Welcome to Mustang News. I'm Amira Williams.
And I'm Kai Shimkitz.
Today, you'll get a look inside at summer blockbusters, advice from our senior students, and a collection of fun activities to do over the summer here in the Triangle.
Let's play football. The World Cup is officially being held in America this year, with venues including, but not limited to, New York, LA, Miami, Boston, Mexico City, Vancouver, and many more. The World Cup will pit 48 teams in over 104 matches against one another in intense soccer games. The World Cup will officially begin on June 11th with a Group A matchup where Mexico will play South Africa and finish on July 19th in MetLife Stadium. We here at the studio are excited to witness the largest sporting event in the world, and we hope to see you on the pitch.
Just like every June, Middle Creek graduates are stepping off the stage and into summer. But more importantly, they're stepping into adulthood. With the highest graduation rate in the state, our students' post-graduation plans show a wide variety of lives and ambitions. 72% of this year's graduating class plan to attend a four-year university, while others plan on heading directly into the workforce, pursuing a trade, or taking a gap year. No matter the path they choose, Middle Creek could not be more proud of its graduates. In the many ways, they are preparing to take on the next chapter of their lives. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Let's get right to Madeline Johnson and Solomon Bateman for the theater department's end-of-year plans.
This year, the Middle Creek Stangs on Stage theater department took the stage in a big way. From major productions and national opportunities to graduating seniors continuing theater following their high school career.
Once I graduate, in the fall, I will be attending Appalachian State University, and there I will be majoring in theater performance with a concentration on acting. I think part of the magic of theater is that it's always going to end and you're never going to get to do it again in that space or with those people or as that role. And by being present and acknowledging that and finding the beauty in what you're doing, even if it's not going perfectly, is one thing that I really hope to carry with me, not just in theater, but like throughout the rest of my life.
Recent Middle Creek alumni are already gaining hands-on experience in their first year of pursuing theater in college. At Furman University, where Salem Andreth is studying acting, she has learned stage combat, worked at the McAllister Auditorium, and trained in lighting, audio, fly rail operation, and set construction. At UNCSA, where Reese Eaton is studying stage management, she has already worked as a production assistant and assistant sound engineer for productions, while taking classes in stage management and technical production.
This summer, 8 students from Middle Creek will attend the International Thespian Festival at Indiana University.
I think the biggest takeaways from ITF have just been the opportunities that it gave me as far as getting audition work and just getting work in trying out at roles, especially because a lot of the world of theater is just the experience of failing and trying again. I love sharing the craft. I think that it's a world-changing thing if done correctly, and I hope to get as many people into our theater as possible. So being a part of that program means a lot to me. I'm very excited for it.
As the year ends, seniors are preparing for the next chapter of their life. I interviewed upcoming seniors to give their advice on junior year and how they're preparing for senior year.
My advice for juniors would be don't procrastinate, because junior year is very fast-paced, and once you get off track a little bit, it's very hard to catch back up.
Junior year is the last year that colleges are going to look at your GPA, and it needs to be your strongest GPA because of that. I hope to graduate in the middle of the year. I'm really looking forward to the opportunities that will open up for me after mid-year graduation.
I'm preparing for senior year with looking into my WIG Tech classes, and once I find those WIG Tech classes, I'm going to study for them so I can have a little bit more knowledge instead of just going in there with nothing in mind.
Preparing for senior year, I plan to do extra volunteer work and getting involved with the community around me over the summer.
This has been Mac Land with the Mustang News.
For a look at some fun summer activities, let's hear from Eiley Bell.
There are so many fun activities to do over the summer in North Carolina. While you're away from school, you could go roller skating at United Skates of America, go to one of the surrounding lakes, such as Jordan Lake, watch movies out in downtown Cary Park, where they're playing Back to the Future in June, pick berries at Porter Farms, go to beaches on the coast, go watch fireworks, go camping in the mountains, go to water parks such as White Lake Water Park, go to the movie theaters, go get ice cream at local establishments such as Fresh Local Ice Cream, go to any of the nearby public pools, and maybe even catch one of the many concerts in the surrounding cities such as Raleigh. Many students focus on prepping for college over the summer, especially upcoming seniors. Even with this, make sure to have fun this summer, Mustangs. I'm Eiley Bell, and this was Mustang News.
With finals week coming up, the most important tests of the year are around the corner. We asked teachers how they're preparing for this crazy week, and how the exam exemptions have affected their planning.
I teach a sophomore course, AP US Government and Politics, and a blended course between sophomores to seniors in Honors Law and Justice. And so the vast majority of both of my classes are going to be exempt from the exam. Just the nature of the course, most kids have the requirements necessary. And so with that, there's less review time in class. When everybody had to take the exam, the teacher made final exam in GoPo, for example, we would spend time in class actually preparing for that exam, but now I only have a handful of kids taking it, and so it doesn't feel right to make the entire class prepare for something that they don't have to take. So right now, my GoPo students are doing a research project and presentation, and then I have created a really thorough study guide that I've posted online, and kids who have to take the final will be doing independent studying.
This has been Audie Ramakrishnan from Mustang News, signing off.
For anyone whose dream it is to go to the moon, now might be the chance to see it through. NASA has officially announced plans for a moon-based program with 3 phases lasting until about 2032 and beyond. Phase 1 of the plan includes scouting the lunar South Pole region of the moon and testing equipment to see if surface operations are possible. Phase 2, set for around early 2029, will see the construction of infrastructure for living, with Phase 3 having a real chance of life on the moon. As we go on further down the line, more news and updates should be given to the public, but for now, that's all we know. If life on the moon interests anyone out there, make sure to stay informed and stay in the loop.
The future of Middle Creek graduates isn't the only thing shining bright this summer here in North Carolina. This summer has been noted by meteorologists for elevated UV exposure along with record-breaking temperatures. So what can you do to protect yourself? If your skin is exposed, apply sunscreen and make sure to get those hard-to-remember spots like the parts in your hair and the tops of your ears. When purchasing sunscreens, dermatologists recommend choosing an SPF of at least 30. However, keep in mind that anything above 50 provides little additional protection, so be mindful of false marketing. If you do get sunburned, always be sure to stop and consider severity. For mild burns, apply a cool compress and use aloe vera, but remember, the line between sunburn and sun damage is often thin and permanent, so if the burn seems severe, seek medical attention.
Now, let's turn to Kara Murray and Lorelei Causey for a preview of this summer's movie releases.
As students prepare for the summer, DC Studios, Syncope Incorporated, and Marvel Studios are preparing to drop some major movie titles. This week, we wish to give you an inside peek into Supergirl, The Odyssey, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Supergirl is set to release on June 26, following Kara Zor-El on an intergalactic rescue mission. When an unexpected adversary poisons Kara's dog, Crypto, Kara reluctantly joins forces with a young, noble warrior to find the cure for Crypto. Passing it to you, Kara.
The Odyssey, set to release on July 17th, follows the journey of King Odysseus of Ithaca as he battles horrific monsters and Greek gods to return to his family and kingdom. Now to Lorelei.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is set to release on July 31st. After Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter Parker is living alone in New York City with no one who remembers him. As Peter Parker devotes himself to being a full-time Spider-Man, he faces a new physical evolution that puts his life in jeopardy. As Peter Parker's body continues to change, he must confront a new, powerful threat in the city. Back to you, Kara.
With that sneak peek into a few of the amazing movies coming out this summer, we come to a close. My name's Kara Moraes, and that was my partner Lorelei Causey with Mustang News.
Our artist spotlight for this week is Lorelei Causey, a dedicated junior with a passion for singing. Lorelai has quickly moved up through the ranks of choir, getting to the advanced class within just 1 year of joining.
I have loved to sing ever since I was a kid. However, my first inspiration that really got me into choir was my uncle, who had also been at the Middle Creek Choir, who also performed for several years. This was the first time I really got interested in choir and really wanted to get into singing in that kind of setting.
With inspiration rooted in family and passion, Lorelai has a lot of motivation and is a very hard worker.
My favorite part about choir is definitely the concerts that we have at the end of the semester. It's the final culmination of all of the hard work we've put towards working on all of these songs together. And it is the last experience that I get to have with a lot of the friends that I've made in choir, especially the seniors that are going to be leaving this year.
Lorelai shows us how a talent cultivated by passion and dedication can become so much more than just a hobby. This has been Will Fairbanks with the Mustang News.
For a look at some advice from the graduating class, let's turn things over to Zach Olzak.
As the 2025-26 school year comes to an end, our seniors are preparing to graduate. With their 4 years of experience, we asked them for any advice they may have for current and future students here at Middle Creek.
My advice as a senior would be take your school seriously from the start. You'll never know where you're going to be in the next 4 years. You having a good education can open up a lot of opportunities for you.
I'd say when you get here freshman year, you should go try and play a sport. Doesn't matter what it is, but it's a good bonding experience. It's something I think everybody should do.
My advice as a senior is to put as much attention into your relationships as your schoolwork.
Advice that I would give as a senior would be don't take freshman year for granted. Live it up. That is the time of the year when you should, step out your comfort zone, make friends with people.
Stay on top of your work and, you'll glide right through high school.
Thank you for all the seniors who contributed to the betterment of Middle Creek. We wish the best for the class of 2026 and whatever they choose to do after their time here at the Creek. This has been Zach Olzak for Mustang News.
National Park Service is currently staring down a multi-billion-dollar backlog in basic maintenance. Making matters worse, the latest federal budget proposals are looking into slash $736 million from park operations. That's on top of a recent workforce downsize that already left 25% of the agency's permanent jobs completely empty nationwide.
So if I were to plan a trip and then found out last minute that half the staff are gone due to the kind of firing and cutting them off, I'd be really disappointed. It's a trip I've been planning, and then seeing this loading of staff can make it difficult. Let's say I'm trying to do an activity that requires the staff to help me and now they're not there. It really kind of just gives me a roadblock in the middle of what I was trying to do for a while.
These funding drops are creating real operational hurdles right here at home. In North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park is running on roughly 40% less staff than peak capacity, which slows down routine upkeep and visitor services. While Congress recently kept base funding flat for the summer to prevent deeper immediate cuts, flat budgets don't account for inflation or record crowds.
Me personally, I can't wait to go to the national parks this summer. This is Kean Grimes signing off for Mustang News.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kai Shimkitz.
I'm Amira Williams.
And we'll see y'all next year on Mustang News. Have a great summer.